up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I wanted to talk about something I get questions about all the time, and that is branding yourself and your business online. I have literally built my whole business with social media, whether it was YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I've done all of it, and I feel like it's so important in these days to have a presence online if you are building a business. So I'm gonna give you some of my best tips. Hopefully you can take them and apply them to your life and your career, and I hope you learn something. Let's talk branding tips and tricks. All right, so the most important thing when starting off with building a brand and having a presence online is have a clear understanding of who you are, what you want your brand to look like, what you want it to say, what you want your message to be, and what you're here to do. It's really important to go into that knowing it, whether that's you just always knowing that or taking time to sit down and really structure your business and figure out who you are and what your goals are. I feel like a lot of times when people are starting businesses or trying to just build a presence online, we tend to go after what's most popular. So we think we need to be like every influencer out there or every business owner on Instagram, and it's really easy to just kind of copy those ideas and do it because you think it works. Yes, there is some things that all businesses have in common that work, that's great, but you don't want to copy or do exactly what another business or influencer is doing, because then it's not going to be unique to you. One thing that I have learned is that you need to be yourself, because that's going to attract the type of clients, the type of followers, the type of clientele you want. Everything about that is going to just attract your tribe and the people that you want supporting you, because at the end of the day, they're going to be attracted to who you are, your vibe, and they're going to want to follow you because you add something. One of the puppies was trying to steal my food, so I guess I got to hold on to it. Hey, no begging. At the end of the day, your clients are going to be attracted to you because of who you are and the vibe you put off, and because they want to be around you. So you just want to make sure that you're true to yourself, because most of the times it's really obvious if someone is trying too hard to be something they're not online. So you want to make sure that you put the work in to know who you are before you start your business, and take the time to figure out your mission statement and why you're doing what you're doing and what you want your appeal to be, what you want your voice to be. Tip number 2 is be consistent. And anytime I ever talk about social media, I preach this, and I probably sound like a broken record at this point, but it is so important. I can't tell you how many followers or stylists I have had come to me and being like, what do I need to do to start a YouTube channel or be successful on Instagram and build a clientele that way or grow? And the number one thing I tell them is be consistent. And the reason I say that is because A, it makes a difference, and B, it's really hard to do. A lot of people think it's just going to be so easy and they're going to be able to build it, and it kind of reminds me of how when people say oh, influencers just have no job and they just have to post on Instagram, it's so easy. Yes, there is a part of that. It is an easy job, but there is a lot that goes into it. And if you are actually dedicated, it's gonna be hours of creating content and coming up with unique ideas and then editing that content. It is a full-time job, and I know that because I have been doing the marketing and the influencing along with owning my business, and it's a lot. It takes up a big chunk of time. So you have to make sure that going into it, you know that you need to be consistent and that you need to just kind of hold on even when it's hard. Even if you're not getting the views you want or the engagement that you want, don't give up, because there's gonna be that plateau before you can kind of find that progression. But the more you do, the more effort you put into it, the more passionate you are, you're going to start building. You just have to put the work in. None of it happens overnight. You're not gonna get 100,000 followers overnight. It's not gonna be like that. It's just gonna be a slow and steady build. But the nice thing about building is you get to know the people that are following you along the journey. One of my favorite things is going to classes and talking to people who were like, I followed you since the little house, day one. And it's so cool to be able to interact with those people who have followed me since I was here and now I'm here. And I recognize their usernames, and we've built these online relationships. So you want to make sure that you're consistent, because if you're not, you're going to fall off. Those people won't care to follow you. They're going to forget about you. You want to be constantly on people's mind, and you want to make sure that you're not giving up. So number 1 tip about branding yourself is be consistent. All right, the next one I have is have content that speaks to who you are and that's engaging. It can be so easy. Actually, you know what? This one is kind of a double-edged sword. You want to have content that's engaging, but at the same time, don't overthink it to the point where you're not posting ever because you're worried that it's not good enough. I know a lot of people get in that rut where it's like, oh, I've just posted a picture like this before, or so many people are posting this, or this caption seems lame. It's so easy to overthink it and go there. But honestly, posting is better than not posting. At the end of the day, consistency is key, like I said. Doesn't mean you want to be posting stuff that like isn't good or like really doesn't matter. It definitely is quality over quantity, but you do want to get to the point where you're not scared to post things, you're not overthinking it, because everything you're doing you're excited about. So it's a lot funner for me to follow people that I know are passionate about what they're doing, because I feel like it comes from a place of excitement for them. They're creative, they're passionate about it, and that's why I love following other hair educators, because I can see that we have a shared passion. So if you're doing something that you really love, the content's gonna come pretty easy. The ideas are gonna flow, but whether you need to sit down once a week and kind of plan out your content for the week, just make sure that you're always doing something, and make sure that it's, you know, stuff that people are gonna wanna see. You don't wanna do 6 selfies in a row. If you're wanting to build a business by building a clientele, then make sure you're posting your work. That's really important. Post the clients you do. Post a behind the scenes of your day, whether that's on stories or on your feed. Show real life. Show what your chair looks like, so when clients come in, they know the environment they're gonna be in. Show photos of your salon. You can talk about your favorite products. Do like a spotlight of the week where you talk about different products you like. At-home hair care for clients who need to learn how to take care of their extensions at home, their color at home. You could do shampoo reviews where you get like multiple different brands of shampoos and compare them. There are so many unique things that you can do, and it's just important to constantly stay creative, be posting, and just put the work in, because that's how you're gonna get there. All right, another thing about branding yourself is you wanna make sure you don't compare yourself to other people. I kind of talked about this when I'm like, stay true to who you are, but I feel like the biggest thing that gets people stuck in a rut is when they compare themselves to the success of other people online, or, you know, even the salon down the road. You don't wanna compare yourself, because you're gonna have something that's very unique to you, and that is going to work for you and your clients. Here in Utah, I think we counted once, and we have like 12 salons on our street, and that can be super intimidating, especially because in Utah, everyone does blonde, everyone does extensions, and we're all really similar. So you have to just know that that's how it's gonna be. The competition's gonna be rough, especially online. There are so many hair influencers now. So just know that you're gonna have something special that no one else will have, and that is going to benefit you. So play into that, and do not look at other people's success. You can cheer them on. I think that's always great to have like allies within your industry, but you don't wanna get so caught up in comparing yourselves or trying to beat other people, because I really feel like the people that worry about that stuff, they end up going downhill so much quicker. And it's like that quote about like swimming. If you're a competitive swimmer, if you are just like keeping your head down and doing your thing, you're gonna make it to the finish line. But if you ever like look up to like look at the person next to you, you're automatically gonna lose. You're gonna slow down. You just wanna make sure that you're focusing on you and what makes you and your business unique. Another thing about branding yourself is you wanna make sure you have good customer service. This one's, I guess, kind of obvious when it comes to owning a business, but when you're branding yourself, you have to remember that what you're putting out there on social media, or what you're branding your business like, that is who you are going to be. That's what your business is going to be like, and you have to make sure it stays really consistent. You don't want to put out on social media that your business is the best and we love our customers, and then just be really rude to your customers when they come in. Hopefully none of you are doing that, but you wanna make sure you have good customer service, because I do feel like social media is like one of the biggest ways to build right now, but word of mouth is always, always, always gonna be number one in my opinion. If someone has a good experience, they're gonna go tell their friends, they're gonna refer them. If you were super nice, if they loved getting their hair done, but they also love just talking to you and hanging out, you know, they're gonna tell their friends to come to you. And I feel like that's the best way to build a clientele, because people, you know, trust people they trust. On the flip side, people also like to talk about bad experiences they've had. So you wanna make sure that you don't give anyone a bad experience. At least, you know, you're gonna have crazy clients, it's gonna happen, but try to control the experience you give them by doing the best you can on your part, because if you give someone a bad experience, they're gonna tell their friends and family, and that's also bad. So word of mouth can go both ways, so make sure that your customer service matches your branding, it matches who you want your business to be and what you're representing. All right, the last thing about branding yourself is you definitely need to have a plan, whether it's an outline of your color palette for your Instagram page, or like what your logo looks like. If you're serious about building a brand, you need to have those things. And it's taken us a long time to get to the branding we have now. If you look back at like our old packaging, it was like pastel pink and white and gold and just a lot girlier than we are now. Now we're like blacks and golds, and it's just like a little more sophisticated and grown up. And our brand has evolved over the years, and that's okay. As you grow, your business is gonna grow with you, but you wanna make sure you start off really strong with packaging. Logos are really important. When you think about Nike and McDonald's, you automatically think of the swoosh, golden arches. Those brands have built themselves on their logos, and it's really important important to have a logo and a color scheme and just like a whole feel for who your business is. And I feel like that's so important, especially in the hair world, because since there's so many hair influencers now, usually when you're like looking at people to follow, you can like spot and you know like, oh, that's that salon. Like in our second salon, we had like a rose wall, and if you saw that rose wall, you knew that was Jay-Z, and people would like copy it and like tag us in photos, and it was really cute. Or like Habit Salon, they have like their big gray backdrop that they roll in and out, and when you see that, you know it's them. Get your logos on your cape and make sure that that's in your photo so that people are relating that to you. And if you're doing a lot of beautiful hair, they're gonna like see that and know it's you because your logo's right there or your backdrop's right there. So just having like really unique things to put in your photos and specific branding and logos is really gonna take it to the next level. All right, you guys, that is all for today's video. Those were just a few basic tips I have for branding yourself. Let me know if you would like to go into this even further. I can talk about it on the podcast, or I can do another YouTube video about it. But if you have any specific questions, you can always DM me on Instagram, or you can leave them below in the comments and I will get back to you as well. So if you would like a part 2 on this video on how to brand yourself, let me know. And if there's any other subjects you would like to learn about, let me know as well. I like doing like one sit down talking video a week and then also like one hair tutorial a week. So I'm always looking for ideas on videos. Let me know what you want to see. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a great day.